Hey, how's it going guys? Captain Kuba here, and today I thought it was time to revisit the topic of tier. I decided to tackle this topic once again because thanks to lore and legends, we know a little bit of what happened to this elusive character. And just to get an idea of what the community thought about whether he's alive or dead, I decided to make a poll. And surprisingly, most of you guys think he's alive. But are 80% of the God of War fans correct on this topic? I believe so, and hopefully by the end of the video, I can convince the other 20% to believe the same. For proof, I point to the latest God of War book, Lore and Legends. In the timeline section, Atreus writes the following. Odin is jealous of all the love Tyr is getting in the realms. Plus he suspects, correctly, that Tyr helped the giants hide the Jotunheim realm tower. Odin sends a bunch of monsters and Aesir gods, what's the difference, right? To attack Tyr's temple in the Lake of Nine. Tyr disappears without a trace. Now, the interesting thing about this is that I predicted Tyr's capture word for word a few months back with this video. I'm not even kidding you right now. But anyway, we can't definitively say Tyr was captured. The book only says he disappeared without a trace. But there is additional evidence that Odin captured Tyr instead of killing him. To back up my claim, I point to the mural inside Tyr's temple. Here we see Odin and Thor standing over the body of an imprisoned Tyr. I say he's imprisoned because of the chains. You don't really need to secure a dead body with chains. My best guess is that Odin captured him with the intent of questioning him about the entrance to Jotunheim, just like he did with Mimir. But now that we're 90% sure Tyr is alive, we have to ask the most important question. What will his role be in the story for the next game? First, there has to be a way to break him out of this Asgardian prison. And this is where I believe Kratos comes in. Now, what I'm going to say next is just prediction. There's absolutely no proof to this, but I still think it's a good idea. I believe during the introduction of the next game, Kratos will face off against Thor. And in this fight, Thor will get the upper hand and defeat Kratos. And since Kratos dies a worthy death, and the Valkyries are back to doing their job, Kratos will be escorted to Valhalla, which so happens to be in Asgard. Now, while Kratos is in Valhalla, he won't settle for drinking and fighting for an eternity until he's called to fight by the side of Odin. Instead, he will fight his way out of Valhalla like he always does. But just before he's about to leave, he will find Tyr in prison, and he will free him. Now, Tyr using some magic spell taught to him by the giants will teleport both him and Kratos to Midgard. Again, this is all speculation, but I think it would be a good introduction to the game, and a really nice way to introduce the player to Tyr. From this point on, I'm not sure what the story should be, but there is a weird painting in Tyr's temple of him giving the Greeks something that seems to be a scroll. There are some runes in the same painting found in Lore and Legends, but it's impossible to see what they are. In fact, I believe these runes are just here for decoration. In other words, they're not really saying anything. Now, I've said countless times that I believe Kratos and Atreus will go to Greece in the next game. Perhaps Tyr will send them to retrieve whatever he gave the Greeks all of those years back. From God of War 4, we learned that Tyr hid the Jotunheim Tower in the realm between realms. Who's to say he couldn't have hidden something as important in another pantheon entirely? Could it be plans for a weapon? A magic spell too important for the Asgardians to find? At this point, this could be anything, or maybe nothing. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it. Now, I know this was a really short video, but I just wanted to update you on everything I learned about Tyr from Lore and Legends. But what do you guys think? Have I convinced you that Tyr is alive? Do you think Kratos will rescue him from Asgard? And more importantly, do you think he will send Kratos and Atreus back to Greece? Whatever your thoughts are, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. Tyr is such an interesting character, and I can't wait to see what kinds of theories you guys come up with. As always, I would like to thank all of my members for their monthly support to the channel. People like Mr. Sir Mam, Eric Skold, and Abstracto, to name a few, are really appreciated. I would also like to thank all of my subscribers for liking and sharing all of my videos. This channel would be nothing without your help. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and hit that subscribe button for more God of War content. And as always, remember, go forth in the name of Ragnarok.